Nobody expected this conversation to explode the way it did. What started with Papoose defending Claressa Shields quickly turned into one of Funky Dineva's most talked about reactions yet. His comments about Claressa's public image, social media behavior, and overall reputation immediately divided the internet. Some viewers called it honest advice, while others said he went way too far. So what exactly did Funky Dineva say that has everyone talking? Let's break it all down. Welcome back to Tea with Sienna, where the tea is always hot. The receipts stay ready, and we never sugarcoat a thing. If you love celebrity drama, hip-hop news, and trending entertainment stories, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest tea. Now, let's get into today's story.
Oh, shit, we riding with the yeah, we riding with the yeah. We got the, oh, yeah. We got the top down today.
After watching Funky Dineva's latest breakdown, I can honestly say he didn't hold back. There were several points where I found myself agreeing with his perspective, while other parts left me feeling like additional context was needed. That's what we're going to cover today. I'll give credit where I think it's deserved, and where I see things differently, I'll explain why. This isn't personal. It's simply a discussion about the opinions being shared. If you'd like to watch the original segment, his comments begin around the 55 to 56 minute mark of his June 30 live stream, where he reacts to Papoose's post claiming Claressa should have won the BDT award, and shares his thoughts on the public response. Funky Dineva began by explaining why he believes Claressa's public image has become such a major topic of conversation, and then I want to add my own thoughts afterward. One of his main arguments was that Claressa has a difficult time connecting with the general public, suggesting that this may have influenced how people reacted to the BDT Awards discussion. He went on to say that in his opinion, much of the criticism she receives isn't just about one specific incident, but about the overall impression she leaves on audiences. Another point he made was that Claressa often fuels the conversation herself by responding to nearly every controversy, giving social media fresh material to keep the debates going. To support his argument, Funky Dineva reflected on an experience from his college years. He said that one of the biggest lessons he learned was that being personable and well-liked can sometimes take you just as far as talent or qualifications. In his opinion, people naturally want to support those they connect with, while even highly accomplished individuals can face challenges if they don't build that same rapport. He also shared a value he learned from his family growing up, that you don't have to tear one person down to celebrate someone else's success. Instead, he believes both people can be recognized without turning it into a comparison. Funky Dineva also pointed to Claressa's recent public appearances and online exchanges, arguing that they've made it more difficult for people to view her favorably. In his opinion, the constant headlines have overshadowed many of her accomplishments. He suggested that, figuratively speaking, Claressa should take a step back from the spotlight for a while and reset her public image. He also said she would benefit from projecting more confidence, avoiding unnecessary social media back and forth, and becoming more selective about which online conversations deserve a response. Funky Dineva took his critique a step further by arguing that Claressa is trying too hard to present an image that doesn't feel authentic. In his view, she's aiming for the polished social media influencer or baddie aesthetic, but he doesn't think it reflects who she naturally is. He also questioned her push into the fashion world, suggesting that it isn't the area where she shines the most. As part of that criticism, he commented on her wardrobe, saying many of her outfit choices haven't made the strongest impression and don't always work in her favor. Funky Dineva went on to say that, in his opinion, Claressa has a tougher, more athletic image rather than the polished look many people associate with influencers and lifestyle celebrities. He used much stronger language during the live stream, but the overall point was that he doesn't believe she should be trying to compete with carefully curated social media personalities because he sees her as a completely different type of public figure. He also criticized the way she presents herself publicly, arguing that some of her decisions and interactions have contributed to the perception people have of her. Despite his criticism, Funky Dineva also acknowledged what he sees as a genuine double standard in sports. He argued that male boxers are often given far more grace after controversial moments, yet still receive major opportunities, awards, and public support. In contrast, he believes women don't get the same benefit of the doubt. He said that issue extends beyond boxing, noting that women, particularly Black women, are frequently expected to present themselves more carefully, avoid mistakes, and work even harder just to earn the same level of recognition and respect. Another point Funky Dineva raised was Claressa Shields' public criticism of Laila Ali. He argued that Laila has long been viewed as a model of professionalism, poise, and brand building within women's boxing, creating a reputation that extends well beyond the ring. In his opinion, she's the type of athlete others should study if they want lasting success both during and after their careers. Because of that, he believes challenging someone with Laila's stature and legacy did little to help Claressa's public image rather than helping her. Funky Dineva believes that public criticism only hurt Claressa's image because, in his view, Laila Ali has spent years building credibility, earning respect, and developing relationships throughout the industry. He argued that forming a positive connection with someone of Laila's stature could have opened far more doors than creating public tension. According to him, those kinds of relationships can lead to major endorsement deals, business opportunities, and access to influential networks that extend well beyond boxing. In his opinion, that level of exposure can be just as important as championship titles when it comes to building a successful long-term career. Funky Dineva also revisited one of his long-standing criticisms, arguing that Claressa often gives social media fresh material by responding to nearly every online debate. In his opinion, each public response keeps the conversation alive and makes it more difficult for the latest controversy to fade away. To explain his point, he used Beyonce as an example, noting that fans know very little about her personal life because she carefully controls what she shares. Most of the public only sees selected moments, such as performances, major appearances, album releases, or tour updates, while the rest of her life remains private. According to Funky Dineva, setting those kinds of boundaries can help public figures protect their image and avoid unnecessary attention. Funky Dineva pointed out that fans once had a much clearer picture of Beyonce's personality during the Destiny's Child era and the early years of her solo career. However, he believes that changed after the intense public attention surrounding her pregnancy with Blue Ivy, including the viral Diane Sawyer interview that fueled widespread speculation online. In his opinion, the nonstop rumors and scrutiny led Beyonce to become far more protective of her private life. He argued that this is why she rarely gives traditional interviews today. choosing instead to reveal only carefully selected moments while keeping most of her personal life out of the public eye. That's today's tea. Now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Funky Dineva's criticism of Claressa Shields? Or do you think social media has been unfairly judging her? And if you were in her position, would you keep responding to online critics or let your accomplishments do all the talking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below because I read every one of them. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Tea with Sienna, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest celebrity tea. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.